Yo everybody, what's going on? This is Keegan from Kman Reviews. If you enjoy this review, make sure you hit that like and also the subscribe button. And if you have any opinions at all that you would like to share, make sure to leave them down in the comment section. Down with Webster. Time to Win, Volume 1. Down with Webster is a Canadian rap rock group formed way back in 1998. This request here actually came from the Discord server I have, which if you want to join and maybe get top priority with your requests, there is a link in the description for you to go and join that up. Anyway, shameless plug aside, this EP that was requested is the group's debut project, just barely crossing 25 minutes across 7 tracks. And let's just get right into it. What are my thoughts on Time to Win Volume 1? Let's find out as I review it track by track. We'll start with the singles, with there being 2 of them. The first one being Rich Girl, stylized with the $sign. This track was the group's breakout single and was extremely successful here in Canada. And this track is kind of a classic. Despite the rap rock genre classification of the group, this is extremely poppy and is demonstrated on the chorus. The synths in the background, the extremely polished singing from Pat, it's pretty enjoyable. Then the rapping kicks in with 2 different vocalists. Cam's is probably the most awkward. He's a little bit nasally and stands out in kind of a bad way. But Bucky's is definitely more fluid, melodious. It sounds crisper and it works with the stripped beat to sound better. Lyrically, it's about this rich girl who's relied on daddy's money, but it's gotten to her head and is getting reminded that money won't get her everything. This is a nice song. I quite enjoy it. And the second and final single, Your Man, was even more successful than Rich Girl's, and as soon as I clicked play, the nostalgia just washed right over me as I instantly recognized the song as it was on the radio here all the time. This one definitely had a bit more rock styling. The guitar and drums have a bit more oomph to them, mainly on the chorus. The verses pull things back and go for a more minimalist pop rap feel with the signature chiming synths and airier drums. The vocalists also pack a bit more of a punch here, a grittier, rougher tone from Pat. Cam sounds a lot better here. He blends in so much more with this instrumental, but now Bucky doesn't quite sound at home here. His slightly raspier delivery here for these 8 bars is a bit of a clash, but thankfully it is brief. And lyrically, the track is just about how if this girl wants him, he'll do it. He'll be there. It's simple, it's effective, it's fantastic. Great song. Now for the rest of the tracks. The opener and title track, Time to Win, might just be my least favorite track here. I don't really enjoy this kind of cheerleader-style, chant-esque chorus with all these trumpets, brass band styling, but then this hook from Pat sounding like Lil Jon is one of the most awkward things I've heard in a while. Cam and Bucky's verses are okay. Bucky's is definitely more appealing in my opinion. He's got a good, healthy amount of swagger to him. Lyrically, it's just kind of a braggadocious cut about selling shows, being successful and incredible. Nah, the music here isn't my cup of tea. I'll pass. Woe Is Me became a post-album release hit, also quite successful here, and is another pretty solid hit in my opinion. I especially like how heavy the percussion is. It's got a good headbang quality to it, plus Pat's more shrill vocal work with this tougher beat, and his verse here is probably my favorite. Bucky hits us with the horribly cringy line of, "So damn fly, I'm a pilot." So that already knocks this track down a couple notches. And Cam's verse kind of fits right in the middle. It's good, but just kind of needs that extra angriness to make it great, like Pat's. Lyrically, yet again, it's more bragging, but with this instrumental, it kind of propels it to great. I enjoy this one. Miracle Mile feels very similar to Time to Win with this marching, brass band style, but this time it's just suffocating. It's really the only thing you can pay attention to, these trumpets, the cymbals. It's so loud and is especially on the chorus. Thankfully, the verses strip things back a bit, and a lot of them are pretty solid as a whole, with the Bucky's being my favorite, even with its simplicity. Lyrically, take a wild guess. More bragging, more flexing, tour life, grinding. Also a bit more positivity on here as a whole. Musically, it easily could be toned down a little bit, but I'm pretty content with this track. I like it. Back of My Hand is probably the hardest rocker on this record, which isn't saying all that much since the track is extremely poppy still, following that verse, pre-chorus, chorus formula pretty religiously, plus having piano melodies, but there is little to no synths, which really help accentuate the guitar and drums, which sound really good. There's also a bit more angsty emotion here, mainly coming from the chorus and Pat's grittier yells. Lyrically, we delve away from flexing and head into this relationship where this girl ended up tricking him, and he grew so familiar with her Now that she's gone, he doesn't even recognize the back of his own hand anymore. Definitely an EP standout. Great track. And finally, the closer Parade Music is the other track from this EP I'm not the biggest fan of. And the main reason yet again boils down to this damn marching band theme, which this time, to be fair, is justified due to that title. That doesn't mean I enjoy it. Not a fan of the awkward chorus structure either, but the overall energy and vibe of the track gives off this frat boy college feeling to it, even with some references to that. I especially like Bucky's verse where he says, "I'm fresh man, looking for a sophomore. Since I'll be so fresh man, she do me till I'm sophomore." That was a nice line. As a whole though, I think the chorus really drags this down for me. Just doesn't feel like this grand climax to the song like it wants to be. Really throws off the vibe of this one. I think I'll pass here. Overall, this Down with Webster EP definitely unleashed this wave of nostalgia onto me. Some of these tracks felt like they were just lost to my childhood, and now I have them saved and they're still killer. Unfortunately, the whole EP wasn't sunshine and rainbows. Some of these instrumentals really felt like products of their time and haven't aged the best either. But as a whole, this EP was pretty solid. I definitely recommend the singles above all else though. I'm feeling a 6.5 out of 10 on this EP. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.